This is Chris Goodway from the Rent Roll Broker, and this month I'd like to share with you about some of the pitfalls in buying a rent roll. Just about every principal I talk to seems to think that buying a rent roll can be a quick fix to improving your agency's cash flow problems. It's not always the case, and a lot of care and planning needs to go into making an acquisition. So here are 4 points that will help you decide if buying a rent roll is for you at this time. First one, what can I afford to borrow? This needs to be something you discuss with your accountant and bank manager. But I have found that a comfortable level of borrowing is to work on about 50% of your asset security. So for example, if your existing rent roll or property has $400,000 worth of equity, don't commit to spending more than $200 on a new acquisition. You may choose to use only your rent roll for security. This will protect your other assets, like property. Although using property may secure you a better interest rate or a lower interest rate on your loan, it is a personal choice. But it is critical that you plan what you're going to do and do it with your accountant so that you minimise your exposure, and by having separate entities for your various assets, you can protect yourself. And of course, don't provide cross-security over those assets on loans. Number 2, what are my office logistics? If I'm going to purchase another rent roll, will I have room within my existing office to accommodate the extra staff required? If not, is the cost of relocating into a larger office going to make that acquisition unviable? Remember to take into account relocation costs, things like phones, signage, and the like. Upstairs accommodation can be cheaper, particularly rather than going to shopfront, and all your administration doesn't need expensive shopfront or ground floor office space. So consider having an upstairs administration area with a small downstairs front shop present for reception and maybe a couple of interview rooms. If planning a move into new premises, always allow for some future expansion. Number 3, do I have good systems and staff support? If your office is not systemised and you don't have numerous staff all doing the same thing, in other words, they're doing it their way and not the company's way, or you don't have your staff on site and comfortable with an acquisition, bringing in another rent roll could end up being a total disaster. Implement documentation into your systems, procedures, job descriptions, regular meetings, and get social times going so that you can build a culture and a discipline within your agency. Staff training and support is also very important. And lastly but not least, have you maximised what you already have? Our philosophy has always been that you should maximise what you've got before you consider any acquisitions. It is critical that you monitor rents, for example. Remember, the higher the rents, the higher the management fee income. Likewise, every extra dollar of fee income you produce will automatically go to the bottom line as net profit. Always be asking, where can we increase our fees? What new fees should we be charging? If you have a reasonably good sized portfolio or a larger portfolio and have reservations about increasing fees because you might lose business, you need to talk to us. We have consultants that can take you through a process proven which will help you maximise your fees. Once you have ticked all these boxes, then it's time to talk to us about the option of purchasing a rent roll and developing what we call a recession-proof agency. This has been Chris Goodway from the Rent Roll Broker. Till next time, thanks for listening. Goodbye.